This presentation sets out why assessment and feedback need redesigning, and how a clearer, more coherent approach can benefit both students and staff in the School of Design, Arts and Creative Industries. It builds on issues and discussions during a series of future assessment and feedback workshops held in 2025. Assessment and feedback are consistently identified as pressure points in UK higher education, particularly in creative disciplines, where tensions arise between subjective judgment and objective grading. We see persistent student dissatisfaction with feedback, unsustainable workload for staff, and inconsistency across modules, tutors, and programs. Alongside this, AI and authenticity, self-certification, over-assessment, uneven feedback literacy, and equity concerns are compounding existing problems. Alex teaches a theory-based module and is facing rising concerns around AI-assisted writing, increasing assessment burden, and pressure to improve NSS feedback scores. Alex is balancing standards, workload, student well-being, and institutional metrics, and asking how assessment can protect integrity without increasing workload. Sam is a practice-based student experiencing inconsistent assessment workloads, vague formative feedback, differing tutor expectations, and he questions the usefulness of his summative feedback. For Sam, this creates confusion about expectations, progression, and fairness. Sam wants timely, consistent, and actionable feedback, and reassurance that differences between programs are intentional, not arbitrary. These scenarios highlight the need for a shared framework, which begins with a set of agreed assessment and feedback principles. The 5 principles focus on pathway, variety, simplicity, disciplinary knowledge, and feed-forward, providing guardrails rather than rules. Together, these principles support learning, reduce complexity, and align assessment, feedback, and progression across programs. The principles create clarity for students, reduce duplication, support consistency for staff, while still allowing space for disciplinary expertise. A key issue across the school is inconsistency in how assessment is framed and applied. Some modules assess against learning outcomes, others against assessment criteria. This lack of alignment creates confusion and inconsistency. Our proposal is to assess using assessment criteria only, supported by a small number of shared, flexible criteria. The 6 criteria, research, development, ideation, realization, communication, and engagement, work across practice and theory. These criteria provide a shared language for judgment without prescribing content or approach. Not all criteria apply equally to every module. They can be selected, weighted, and tailored while remaining consistent. Using shared criteria makes it easier to create clear, consistent rubrics that staff and students can understand. Criteria can be adapted across levels using established taxonomies, supporting progression and level-appropriate expectations. Shared criteria uphold quality standards, promote transparency, provide clearer feedback, and directly respond to NSS concerns. This also requires us to rethink feedback itself. Feedback is a learning process, not an end product, and must be timely, clear, and actionable. A mixed feedback diet, verbal, written, audio, peer, and self, supports different learners and contexts. Feedback should evolve, confidence building at level 4, reflective at level 5, and concise and professional at level 6 and 7. Expectations are set early, Feedback happens throughout the module, and students are active participants in recording and reflecting on feedback. This requires deliberate design, clear briefs, focused feedback, alignment to level, and trusting dialogue, not just written comments. Taken together, this approach simplifies assessment while strengthening learning and standards. For Alex, clearer criteria and focused feedback reduce workload, support integrity, and improve consistency and NSS outcomes. For Sam, assessment criteria clarify expectations, feedback becomes actionable, and progression feels fair and transparent. Overall, this leads to clearer standards, stronger progression, and more sustainable feedback practices. High-quality assessment is designed, not added on. Consistency comes from shared frameworks, not identical practice. Our creative fields are already specialized, subjective, and often difficult for our students to navigate. In an artificially intelligent world, learning assessment needs clarity, not complexity framed as rigor.